Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels really good to say that because I know I've been gone for quite some time. My last upload was in September and so many things have happened to me since then. Y'all, life really has hands. Honestly, it got me in a chokehold for a minute, but I'm back. Well, I don't want to say I'm officially back because I know there may be a point where I drop off the face of the earth again because life. But I'm back for the time being because, I've been reading a lot of different books and graphic novels. And I'm like, you know what? I want to make a video. I'm kind of in the video making mood and I kind of miss making videos. So that being said, today's book review will be over Apples Never Fall by Lianne Moriarty. Hopefully I got that right. I think I did. And y'all, Lianne Moriarty is my girl. She made Big Little Lies, so I automatically gotta read anything else she's written. But Apples Never Fall, at least personally for me, wasn't giving what Big Little Lies gave. But I'll get a little bit more into that later on. But I am gonna go ahead and launch my Sip in Suburbia series. So basically it's where I drink wine while talking about books set in suburbia or the suburbs. So why suburbia, the suburbs, I don't know. I honestly just think it's interesting how people craft these perfect lives. And then when you rip the veil off it, you see these people, they're really imperfect and they have a lot of different things going on. And it kind of reminds me of just reality in general with social media, me included. We compare ourselves to, as people call it, highlight reels of other people's lives, and we don't necessarily know what's going on in the background. So yeah. So I am drinking, what is this? Secco Peach Bellini from Trader Joe's. I went ahead and poured me some. Also, it's open already because I kind of drank some. I'm not a big wine drinker, but this one's not too bad. Yeah, I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I don't even really drink alcohol a lot. I mean, I like tequila though. Tequila's pretty good. But let's get this started. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna give you a short synopsis about what the heck this book is. So basically, there's this woman named Joy, and she has a husband named Stan, and they have 4 kids. And keep in mind, this is set in Australia. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that, but it is. It's kind of important to the story. But yeah, this is set in Australia. And so one day, Joy goes missing, and so naturally everyone suspects the father. And all the characters are going back through different events that happen to piece together, what the heck is going on here, right? Right. You know what? Let me take a quick sip while y'all let that marinate. Nobody judge me. I'm looking down at my notes. I feel like I have short-term memory sometimes, so bear with me. But far as the plot or the story goes, I felt it was okay in the beginning. There was event after event happening, and I know I read a couple of other reviews where people are for me it was kind of boring in the beginning, but not for me because there was that mystery and suspense element. But where it got really boring at is when there's this really big twist to what actually happened to Joy, which I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for y'all because most of my comments have to do with big events, with all the big events that happen in the book. So if you're looking for a spoiler-free review, I'm sorry, this is not it. But okay, so basically this twist is that nothing really happened to Joy. She went on this short retreat to basically I don't know what the right word is. Let's just say rejuvenate your mind. Like, bear with me. Y'all know when y'all like have to take a break for a second because there's so much stuff going on. So yeah, that's exactly what's happening to her. So keep in mind, we've built like 200, maybe 300 pages of thinking like her husband has something to do with this. But in actuality, she just went on a retreat and she had left a note or something on the fridge about it. But, and get this, y'all, the dog ate the note. Like, is this a sitcom? It's given very much sitcom, because I was like, what do you mean the dog ate the note? But okay, after that, it just got really boring and I was really like disappointed. And I felt like the art there, she started throwing like a whole bunch of like background, not background, but well, yeah, like a whole bunch of background stories about different characters after that to make up for the fact that, you know, you just got the rug pulled from under you because you're thinking one thing and it actually turned out to be, I don't want to say it, but you know what, I'm gonna say it, a lot worse than you think was, whatever. But yeah, and then after that, I pretty much checked out because I'm like, okay, we made so much progress only for this to be the outcome. So that's what I have to say about the plot. Child, let's get into these characters because I got some thoughts. So Savannah, where she fits into the story, because I know y'all didn't hear about her in the synopsis, is she basically comes to Joy and Stan's doorstep one night and says her boyfriend was abusing her. And so they take her in, and what follows is like a whole bunch of disastrous events, honey. She has her little own agenda going on, because also keep in mind, I don't know why I'm just bringing this up now. This book is very much centered on the world of tennis. Like Stan and Joy, they're like tennis coaches, and their children, they were like tennis prodigies as well. So Savannah, her connection is that her brother was one of the students of Stan and Joy, and Savannah was pretty much jealous of all the attention her brother got from Stan and Joy, and also she was upset because there were some experiences she had with not just Stan and Joy, but also their children that made her feel really bad. So this is kind of like her revenge story. Let's get that out of the way because she's out for revenge, right? And so she does like a lot of messed up things. She tries to get Stan to have sex with her, and when that doesn't work out, she threatens to like say that like he sexually assaulted her. And she also does this with one of Stan and Joy's children, saying like, oh, like he like sexually harassed me. And then she tries to destroy their daughter's business. And yeah, she's just an absolute madman. And I can understand like with her background growing up, especially how her mom treated her and how her brother was getting all the attention, but baby, like, leave them people alone. Like, girl, that was so long ago, right? So, okay. That's what I have to say about her. But honestly, she was the highlight of this entire novel because I'm like, okay, what's she finna do next? She got some tricks up her sleeve. Like, she was always doing something. She may have pissed me off, but, you know, whatever. I would be, like, really interested to see what a psychologist has. My camera cut off for a minute. But all I'm saying is she is way out there, okay? So let's get into Joy. Child, this woman, she's basically having an identity crisis because her entire life has revolved around tennis and managing this like tennis clinic her and Stan have. And I think that's honestly why she spirals and she goes off onto this little retreat with, get this, Savannah. Because, you know, she honestly, she doesn't know what to do in life. Because all her life is tennis. But I will say, though, she's kind of interesting to me because, okay, even after Savannah has done all this stuff to her family, she still wants to be friends with her. And keep in mind, I'm telling you, like, Savannah, she done try to take down your husband, your son, your daughter. And now you on a retreat with her? Y'all all buddy. And also what I don't get is, why y'all just letting anybody into y'all's homes? Like, she didn't even know this girl. And I kind of understand, like, if somebody comes to your doorstep and they're saying, like, this goes down and da, you want to, like, nurture them. But, okay, if you're going to take them in, at least try to figure out who this person is. Joy nor Stan didn't do a lick of, background research on Savannah. Because if they would have, then this book probably would have been like 100 pages. Because it takes like one of their children to step up and be like, okay, maybe we should figure out who this girl is. And then they figure out she's not who she says she is. And I'm like, but yeah, Joy's was kind of like annoying to me. I'm just like, girl, what? But I also feel bad for her because of the way Stan was treating her. So, Stan, oh my God, this man, I hate this man. There's this one meme that's like, let's just say, if so-and-so has one hater, it would be me. And if they have no haters, that's because I am dead and have left the earth. That's how I feel about this man. Stan is absolutely like terrible. Like, okay, he can't do anything for himself. Joy's always doing stuff for him, right? He's really hurt over the fact that, okay, Savannah's brother left Stan and Joy's like tennis clinic. And the reason he did so is because Joy, she like went behind Stan's back and basically told Savannah's brother, Harry, that he would be better off going to a different tennis coach. And so he doesn't know any of this. And so he's already hurt him because of Harry's betrayal. And then Joy drops that bomb on him. And, you know, he's absolutely livid because this man lives, sleeps, breathes, eats tennis, right? And so, yeah. And then he has like different points in the book where he will emotionally check out. And by that, I mean, when something really pisses him off, he'll just leave and nobody knows when he's coming back. And then he's also very much a he hates emotions type of person. Like, there was one scene in the book where one of his daughters was expressing like some excitement about something that happened to him, and then he basically told her to stop doing that because he didn't really like the emotions she was portraying. And I'm like, bro, like, she's a kid, like, y'all really, what? So yeah, it's absolutely, I hate him. As far as Stan and Joy go, I was really upset that that they were still together at the end, because Stan, he was abusive to Joy. And I was really upset at the fact that, you know, everything in the end for them, it's not, I don't want to say okay, but it's kind of like, you know what, this is it, you know what, we're just still gonna keep what we're doing. So no. The kids. So I say the kids, notice how I didn't bring up their names, and that's because I truly did not care for them. I'm just like, okay, they're there. Here's what they're doing in their lives. You know, one's a food tester, one's a teacher, one's a trader or something dealing with money. I don't know what the right word is for it. One's a chiropractor or physical therapist. I just really didn't care. The other characters, the side characters, like their neighbors and friends and spouses, were much more interesting to me, just because I think it's kind of interesting to see how people perceive different situations going on, and how it may seem this way to this person, but if we talk to this other person, they're like, well, no, that's not how I really saw the events. So that's what I will say about as far as characters go. Other than that, I'm trying to think of any last minute thoughts. So far as like pros for me, I was definitely invested, mainly because of Savannah, because she carried the book, y'all. Like all the other characters, I don't know what the heck they were doing. But that's kind of where it ends for me. I have a lot more cons though. So there was a lot of dialogue, I felt like, in between important scenes. Like something big is freaking happening, and then there's like this chunk of like background information or a past experience that takes up like 2 pages or so, and you're like, girl, they're literally like, something's happening, like can we get back on schedule or something. I will also say, I feel like a lot of the problems in this book stem from communication and like miscommunication. Like, y'all, it would be so easy if y'all just communicated. Like, this book could be so much shorter, but you know, it's a book, it's fictional, it's drama, so there has to be something, but like, just communicate. I love how that I say that when like I'm probably one of the worst communicators ever. Communicating can be hard. I will say that it can be hard. But also in this book, so Joy and Stan's neighbor's daughter saw Joy the day she disappeared, and didn't think to tell her mom about it. And so she finally tells her mom about it, and that's towards the end. And like, if she would have told her like, oh yeah, I saw this woman. In fact, she gave Joy a car ride to, I think it was the train station. And so she didn't really say that until later on when, okay, Stan is being like arrested and stuff, because people straight up think like he murdered this woman, which if you read the book, you will understand, like, I straight up thought this man had did something to her, but he actually didn't. It just, the author just made it seem that way, which really like made me mad. I'm not saying I wanted him to murder her or nothing. Like, I'm not saying that for real, but like, give me something else besides, okay, she went on a retreat and the dog ate the freaking note. Like, no. So, also, I think my other frustration is with how forgiving the characters are. Well, no, I say forgiving the characters are when I mean Joy, because girl, like, this girl, like Savannah, she done ran through your whole family. You want to be buddy with her, okay? Like, what? But I will leave it there. I will leave it right there, because that's all I gotta say. So yeah, that was Apples Never Fall by Lianne Moriarty. My rating is 2.5 out of 5 stars. It felt rude to give it just 2 stars, but I was genuinely invested in the book. But that whole anticlimactic twist and just the way the book kind of just went like, after it is the reason why I gave it that rating. Again, I was drinking Secco Peach Bellini from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is like my favorite like store in the world. I don't even know if it can be classified as a store. It's like a specialty type of store, yeah. As always, I will link my socials down below. And yeah, I hope to see you all. Oh my gosh. I barely drunk a little and I'm already slurring my words. Anyway, I hope to see y'all all next time. Bye.